Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Nerd Box. I am Dom.
EJ.
It's Twan.
And today we are finally talking about something that I wanted to talk about for quite some time now. Ranking the Kings. The sleeper anime, in my opinion, that nobody was expecting to be what it was. So from watching this, what was y'all expectations when y'all, I'm gonna say it like this, when y'all saw the cover art?
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
thought it was gonna be boring.
I did too, but I thought it'd be something stupid. I thought it'd be something real stupid, man. I ain't gonna lie.
But you recommended it, though. Like, I don't think I would have watched it if Dominique wouldn't have recommended it to me. If he wouldn't have recommended it, I probably would have kept skipping past it. But he told me I was sleeping on it, so I said, all right, we'll give it a try.
Judging that book by its cover, man.
And I would have skipped it too.
Tragic, man. Yeah. Hidden gem. A hidden gem right in front of your eyes.
It happened, man.
And like this, for me, man. Oh, go ahead. No?
That was you.
And for me,
go ahead.
this anime, man, it has some of everything in it, man. It had this sense of adventure, sense of danger. You know, you're right here, you're rooting for the little guy. And like everything, just about everything that you want is not perfect, but it could have been just close.
What you think is missing?
You hear your opinion?
For me, I don't really see the purpose of a second season.
I see all the purpose of a second season.
How so?
I beg to. For starters, did we get all of the kings?
I mean, technically speaking, you kind of did.
We got the top kings.
You got King Bo.
All. Yeah, that was the top one. That was number one.
You had his pops. You know what I'm saying? You had his brother. Those are the kings.
I thought it was like 10 of them or something like that.
Yeah, I thought he was ranked 7.
Was it?
Yeah, he was ranked number 7.
I thought it was like...
He was ranked... Who was ranked 7?
King Boss. He supposed to be ranked number 7. There's supposed to be 6 other people stronger than him.
So they say.
So they say. You're right. So they say.
Yeah, so they say. Like, he literally made a deal with a demon for strength. So they say.
Man.
So they so for power.
Say what?
I'm sorry to say it. Fucked up Father of the Year award goes to him.
Definitely was, man. You know, when I saw his I wasn't looking for him to have got his strength from that. Like, man, you talk about throwing your kid out there in the rain, just throw him out there in the weather, man. It's like, here, man, here, you can take this kid. I've used him up.
Not only that, it's like when he took him, he took everything from him. Like, he was a mute. He was a whole mute out here.
And he deaf.
Mute, deaf. And he deaf. It was handy. He was a mute and deaf. But he's still getting around, still making the way.
He wasn't really a mute. It's just he was deaf. I wouldn't say he's a mute. Now, I believe he should have been a giant, but he took that away.
He took that potential away from him off the birth.
Yeah, it's like once he made that deal with Demon, I don't know if he was going to be a giant. I can only imagine that he was supposed to be a giant, which raises questions to me of how did he even survive coming in. That's another story. Like he I don't know, probably should have been crushed like a grape trying to come. But you took like the whole purpose of him being a giant. He's just a regular little shrimp kid. Like literally. Like his mother was shocked, but she didn't know.
She was the youngest, bro.
And crazy part about it is, though that happened, still literally damn near the strongest one in the kingdom.
No, not damn near.
Damn near.
No. King,
Remember, the daddy sold his soul.
King, boss pulled a mirror on your wall trick. He asked the mirror, "Who's the strongest one in the kingdom now?" And he laughed.
Hey man, a part of the kingdom. All right. Well, none of them fucking with Oaken.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. King Boss said, yeah, he did his thing or whatever, not, but didn't nobody want that smoke with Oaken.
Oaken was Boji. He was literally Boji kryptonite. He can't die.
Yeah.
Boji out here one shotting people, but you can't one shot somebody that can't die.
Yeah. Like if he wasn't just immortal, he'd have died a long time ago.
I think that's gotta be terrible though, bro. You immortal and you getting hit with all these attacks, man. It gotta hurt. You gotta think there's a lot of pain going through them, man.
Not necessarily. You know, probably after a while, that sense of pain probably goes away.
Probably.
It depends.
It's kind of like the show Heroes. Y'all remember that show, right?
Mm.
And remember, I forgot her name, but every time she dies or something happens to her, she automatically heals. She can't die. But she always used to feel that pain. But somebody took that. I can't remember how it went, but somebody took that pain away from her. So she couldn't feel the pain. So she didn't even feel human. So it started messing with her mental. You know what I mean? So who's to say, like, maybe that was the same thing that happened to him, which is why he ended up the way he was. You know, he can't die. He can't feel the pain. Everybody he loved dies in front of him, and all he can do is just sit there and watch.
That sounds like hell, bro. That sounds terrible. This is the watch show.
He ain't make it that far.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know.
I understand, but you get what I'm saying, though. Just to watch people that you care about the most die in front of you.
Yeah, man. I mean, oh man, shit happens.
If anything, I thought Kage would have been the one. He literally seen everyone he cared about die. I thought he would have been the most ruthless one on the out of everyone.
I don't know.
I mean, they tried to start him off that way.
They tried to. They even started Queen Helen like that too. They started everyone off like that. Everyone you think in the beginning that got the most beef or what, it just not what you expect.
See, now Queen Helen, bro, I couldn't stand that, bro. That beginning, boy, I couldn't stand it.
I hated the way they made her out in the beginning.
Oh, leave it to me and my thoughts, man. She was just a horrible person. But then they started showing these flashbacks, and it just messes with everything, and it have you question everything you thought throughout the whole show.
It bounced back because it bounces back. It might have you questioning at the beginning. It bounces back, and she called it tough love. That's what she called it.
She called it tough love, but her son ain't get none of that. Her biological son didn't get none of that tough love.
She wanted him to be great.
But he wasn't that guy.
But she was going to make sure he was that guy.
He wasn't that guy. Even at the end, he wasn't that guy. Never was that guy, man. He was just, he was just there.
He was just a big little brother.
In a sense, yeah.
In a way,
he was
just there. I mean, you can argue and say he got the good genes, but did he?
No. You gotta take, like you said at the beginning, it wasn't for that little deal. I think Boji would have been like, he'd be a giant. He have his hearing and all. I think he'd be top notch.
I mean, who's to say he would have his hearing?
You never know. It could be one of the perks of, it could be one of the perks.
You never know.
You left his son crippled.
I'm pretty sure Bose hearing was perfectly fine. He just took the strength of a whole nother giant that was birthed between giant and giant.
Come on, man. He made a deal with a devil. You know it's more behind what he said he was going to do and get.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. Like, even after his death, his strength stayed with him. You know, he reincarnated himself in his son, which is fucked up. And who really got the worst end of the deal? Like, yeah, Boji got his issues or whatever. He's the strongest one out of that kingdom. But what is his name? Daya?
Yeah,
Dida. His body got taken away from him. Like that.
He knew better.
But that is
Dida didn't go out like no punk though. He knew something was wrong, but
no, he did. He went out like a punk. He did.
At the first,
this man was in the fetal position holding the doll. Nah, he went up like a punk. Like she wasn't really a doll. Yeah, he was actually a real person. But yeah, he went out in the fetal position, man. He all he could do was walk around in darkness.
Bro, well, if he would have stood up and had his back turned holding it, that'd been a different story.
Man,
you were like,
at the end of the day, his body got taken. There was nothing he can do besides hope that his body was given back to him. That's it.
Now see that once he got trapped inside himself, that's when it got kind of interesting. Cause like now, how is the girl in the mirror? How she ended in the plane and all of this? She the one who got the. I don't know.
She was the one when he was trapped and that little girl was inside of Bose's mind, right? Remember, he was the little girl. The little girl was the one that was in the mirror that ended up being the witch at the end.
That was her innocence or whatever, the little bit of innocence she had.
Did she? I mean, yeah, she had an innocence at a point. But if that was
the little bit she had,
if that was supposed to be her innocence, they picked a weird stage of her life, which is where they chop her hands off, right?
But it was probably the most traumatic part of her life.
Yeah, but
that's probably when she turned.
At that point, I can only imagine she was just like F everybody after that point. You took my hands.
I would think about it. If you take my hands, I'm gonna say, man, forget all y'all. Y'all got blessed. Y'all didn't see what I go through.
She didn't look no older than 6, maybe 7. That's just pushing it. She really didn't look no older than that. Got her hands chopped off for what?
I mean, we know why her hands got chopped off because of her mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and they basically was kind of like getting rid of her hands before
to get to the point.
It gets to the point to where it's like, okay, you picking up your mother's work and continuing with that. So, like, yeah, you got to go. Now, we won't kill you, but we're going to take your hands.
So the thing is, we're not going to kill you, but I'm going to let you suffer without your hands. I'm just let you suffer.
But, I mean, she got her hands back, though.
Yeah, she did, but the whole point is, at first you took my hands. What could I do with no hands?
I mean,
yeah, think about
it. Necessary without your hands. Because, like, you got to think, man, there's people in the world without hands, and they do great things.
We're talking about this, but think about you had your hands in the beginning. You had your hands when you were born.
I mean, some people are like that, and they go on to do great things without them.
What you just said, they were born like that. She wasn't. She got her hands cut off. Think about
No. See, here we go again.
Oh no.
This Cash App about to have nice notifications today, my brother.
Oh yeah, I gotta see you that 10 too. I gotta see that 10.
But what I said was, there are people in the world that was born like with hands, like that, like with hands, and go on to do great things without them.
Most definitely. But in her state of mind, with her, she just snapped. She went,
It wasn't even her that snapped. It was King Bose that really snapped. Because remember, he was after her mother died, because they was all, intertwined together in a sense. He was looking out for her like that was his child.
But she ain't take it like that.
No.
She took it like that. She took it like that, but she ain't take it like that. You know what I'm saying? She appreciated him for everything he did, but she started to really love him.
Yeah, but I mean,
love him.
I mean, that sense, you can argue and say that it actually came after he snapped on everybody for taking her hands.
Of course,
I want to think about it.
Because he was helping the village, and they just went behind his back and did that
to the person that he cared, one of the people he cared about the most. One of them
could have killed them all. They said, "I'm a non. It's it. This village, they gotta go." Oh yeah, brother. Behind the scenes, I will give you that what we had from yesterday.
Man, Kage though. Man, that little mother Kage.
A little assassin.
Kage.
That first episode, he pissed me off, man. Cause he's fucking with Boji like that.
He jacking that shit.
And he made this man strip down to his drawers, man.
This man walked
like he got instant. Kage got instant character development. I never seen nobody get it that fast. Like he just changed whole mood, his whole inside of life, everything.
Bro, like literally, just about every character that you see in this anime, damn near instant development.
That's my first.
Not dumbass. Not dumbass.
Yes, him too.
No, not dumbass.
Yeah, him. Him. Remember at first, Boji's weak, whatever, blase, tried to kill him, and go on to completely switching around on that whole thing and just hit a complete 180.
It was the fact of him doing that shit and how he tried to do it at that. Like I said, Kage. Boy, if it wasn't for Kage, boy, everybody need a friend like Kage.
Man, look.
Kage had Boji back for real.
If it wasn't, no.
I can say this.
It was him, but it wasn't.
I can think someone one better than that. But that's for a different topic.
It was him, but it wasn't him. To me, who really had Boji back like that, which is why Kage was where he needed to be at that point in time, was the snake.
Oh yeah, the snake was a day one character. He was a day one.
And Beeben.
I don't know, Beeben. He was debatable.
That controls the snakes.
I don't know. At first, when they introduced the Beeben.
Remember, they caught Kage in the castle and, they questioned him or whatever and gave him the task of watching over Boji, but making it seem like he left. So Boji didn't know he was in the bag, but that was the plan all along between Beeben and the snake. So really, like they're the MVPs. Kage is the one that did the heavy lifting.
They set it in motion. I give them that. They tried. They set it in motion. At first, I didn't think he was shit. I didn't think he was worth it. I thought he always had it out for Boji because he always was a dieter.
That's what it seemed like. But at the same time, you can see, like, I think he was just loyal to, like, the throne in a sense, but it leaned it more towards Boji, mainly because of the snakes. Remember the snakes before they were just Giganosaurus as snakes, just surfing out of nowhere. He saved
Okay.
these snakes.
Mm-hmm. Him and the queen.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't necessarily think he was against Boji, but he definitely was on his side for majority of the series though.
That's how they made everyone out to be. That's how they made the queen out to be too. They made them out to be like, oh, they not messing with him, but deep down they really his biggest supporter.
But you know, with the queen, they don't really show her as being a part of the crew until like late in the series.
Just like you said, they get mixed up. It's like they try to throw you off with the flashbacks.
Yeah, because they like I said, they threw me off with her flashbacks. Like threw me way off with her flashbacks. Like I kind of had a feeling that she was there for Boji or whatever at first, but I thought she was gonna be one of those queens. Like, all right, once I have my own kid, then you know,
I don't need you no more.
We do away with you, and we're gonna shoot him to the top, type ordeal. And it kind of was at a sense, but then it really kind of wasn't.
That's just how they made you feel. It wasn't really how it was. That's just how they made you feel. Like, oh, she just care about Dinah. Everyone put their eggs in Dinah basket, let alone Bodie, the one with the most potential. All Boji needed was a mentor, someone to take their time with him. That's all he got that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Despa. Oh my gosh.
Despa. Who? Let me see. I'm trying to. Okay.
Despa.
Yeah. The one that trained him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how to feel about him. I had mixed emotions about him.
Oh, he got the job done. His job was to train Boji, and he trained him well.
I don't even think that it was more him training Boji. It was more of crafting Boji a weapon that works for him.
He had to learn how to use that weapon.
I mean, but he's been learning how to do all this stuff since he was young, and then it's just kind of like straight instinct for him.
They literally show Despa training. They don't show it, but they show Despa training Boji. Kage trying to be nosy and see, but Despa ain't letting him see what he doing. Kage heard a big rumbling.
That's when he broke the rock.
What that was. Boji ain't been doing that since day one.
Yeah, but he hasn't had a weapon that works for him since day one either.
I give you that.
That's up for debate. I see your point, but that's up for debate. I do see your point.
Yeah, I think like if he was in there training him, he literally trained him for just one attack because he was already dodging everything.
Yep.
Like, everything he was doing at the end of the series, he was already doing it. Besides that one particular move, and it's mainly because of the sword.
That's all he needed.
Mainly because of the toothpick. I'm not gonna call it a sword. It's a toothpick.
What they call it, a fencer, whatever.
Hey,
that's a fencer sword. It's one of them impaling stabbing ones. I'm not weapons expert, bro. So
that was one of the main things Boji lacked. That was the main thing Boji was lacking, and he taught him what he was lacking. He needed an attack. He needed to learn how to attack. He already had dodging down pat. Nobody knew he had dodging down pat.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. Is it really an attack?
Yeah.
All he doing is knocking. He's not killing anybody.
If you do damage to somebody, if he's doing something to your opponent, it's technically an attack.
What damage, though? He's not doing any damage. All he's doing is putting him like knocking him out, putting him to sleep for like a couple of minutes or so. They usually get like, what is going on? What happened? Hey man, I tell you what, when you attack somebody, And to the caliber that they're trying to make it seem, that shit works on everybody. Shit did not work on everybody.
It didn't work on the Immortal. The only one that didn't work on the Immortal. That's it.
And look, shit barely worked on the King.
It's the King.
But I mean, he wore the King out. Nah, he beat the hell. Well, I wouldn't say he beat the hell out of the King. He beat him.
Mm-mm. He beat him. He beat him.
He should give a little pass. He beat the King.
He beat the King on the show Humbug.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they beat the Immortal that he couldn't beat. He beat him on the show Humbug.
No, the Immortal, the way the Immortal turned out, that was some show humbug.
Not really.
He was gunned. They had him locked up, sealed up, tied away. All they had to do was throw away the key. And now he just magically gets out.
He didn't magically get out. Remember, they got released.
Man. They was not gonna let that dude go. But did not want to let him go.
They cannot. If he didn't let him go all they want, that shit change nothing. It don't change the fact that they was gonna catch them hands.
That's granted. What can you do? What can you do?
And he gave us some funny moments.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Like when dude thought that he took over the kingdom and he was sitting there. Oh my goodness. Striking fear throughout the rest of the show.
I don't know about nobody else. Other buddy has seen it too. The other buddy seen it off rip, the one who took the crown. He said, I don't know you, but I know you just not the one I need to play with.
Yeah. What was his name? Shh.
Can't look at his name, bro.
I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about though.
I know you're talking about.
Zoku,
the one who keep wanting to be friends. Like, come on, let's just talk it out. Let's just talk it out.
I ain't talking shit.
No, not with you.
I believe it was Zoku because the one he killed was King Bo. That was the first one when he said he took it. He took over. It got demolished.
Ruthlessly.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't even want the crown at all. He just want to kill. That's some dark shit.
If you gotta think, live as long as you have, you probably pick up some pretty dark stuff over time, man. You pick it up every once in a while.
Living as long as he's lived.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just gonna chill, man.
Who?
I'm just gonna chill. There's nothing that can kill you. You can literally enjoy life in fullest.
We gotta think. Ooh, I caught a cramp. You gotta think though, bro. If you're a fighter, bro,
I can't goddamn tell you.
Let me see somebody who got a close chance of beating me. I'm not gonna die, but he give me a good challenge at least.
Why? There's no need for none of that. All right, I'm about to go.
So what you gonna do? You gonna sit there bored the whole time?
You go enjoy life. That's what you do.
You enjoy life.
I thought he did. I thought that was like a side effect though of the mortality. I thought the side effect he started losing his mental.
I mean, but
you can't have a good life if you lose your mental.
Man, him and his brothers, they was out making moves. Him, Despot, and the Underworld King, they was out making big things. They was plotting to kill their daddy.
Yeah, I know. See, they was good. He was good.
That's what I'm saying. He was good.
He was chilling. I can't remember exactly what happened to make him go mad.
I just know he was the one with no powers. He was the one with, I think, was he the one with no powers, or was Despot the one with no powers?
I think Despot.
One of them didn't have powers, and it just set it. I don't know. It just set them off.
I think it was Despot.
I think,
but it was.
I don't know. I can't remember, man. But
hey, it's a good anime, so I'm definitely gonna be watching for it just to see what I picked up on, man. I love it.
But Boji, that character development was real nice. Like, not only did he eventually gain the confidence in himself, but he actually started like walking around believing he can do these things that he couldn't do before, man. That's dope, man.
And then they got better character development than Vegeta. That's something like
who?
We'll skip that. You would skip that one. Go ahead, go back to what you were talking about, bro.
You said better character development than who?
I ain't gonna say it, bro.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna repeat it.
You say that when we edit.
That just threw me off.
I don't even know what you said, but I understand.
I can't
That
say
just threw me off.
It will start something. It can get us off topic, so I'm just gonna keep.
I'm gonna get us off topic. You just said it.
I know. That's why I said, never mind that.
Hey, man, grow up.
Man. The way they made Dorsey out to be, I would have thought he was immortal too. I didn't think he was gonna ever go down. Dorsey was not letting nobody touch the queen. Dorsey was not letting.
Like, I get he wasn't letting nobody touch the queen, but maybe just Dorsey between them times.
And he got up after every one of them. He got up more times than Spider-Man. He always got up, except for that one time. One time, that was it.
At the end. Towards the end. Yeah, that's the thing.
That one time, he went through so much.
Man, this man was getting up like the power of friendship.
If Queen Helen didn't have the healing power that she did, he would have been left. He would have been got gone.
I don't think, man. His willpower was pretty strong.
Bro, they enough.
Oh yes, most definitely.
His willpower was strong, but that you gotta get credit due. That healing, it kind of saved him a little bit, man. It kind of keep him around just a little bit longer.
Man, that healing saved everybody, including the show.
At least twice.
Like, Boji was literally dead. Like, him and God, what is his name? Despero. Despero?
Yeah, Despero.
Yeah. Both of them were literally dead. Like, gone. Like, looking at dead people across the lakes.
Plot armor?
With plot armor.
Combat life. The healing.
They wasn't fully dead. They were dying. Which is why when Boji tried to go and save Kage, he couldn't go. He was blocked by like an invisible wall type ordeal, and he couldn't go. And they were yelling to him, but I don't know if he could hear him or not. I can't remember. But it wasn't really nothing they could do because they wasn't fully dead. They was like in between.
That's how he knew it wasn't his time. As soon as he got blocked, I'm like, yep.
But you can't even say they was like in between of the in between. Because where Kage was at was in between. And if he crossed the lake, that was it. So he was in between. They were like in between of the in between.
Come on, make it make sense now. In between of the in between.
Yeah. Like Kage was in between life and death. So he could he could go across the lake, he can move freely. They couldn't move. All they could do was sit there and watch because they wasn't fully dead. You know what I'm saying? They were dying. Kage was dead.
I see what you mean.
And he was in between life and death. He was going towards death, but got called back by the witch that brought him back to life. They were dying, but they wasn't dead. So they were there, but they couldn't go anywhere. They were just there.
Just stuck in the middle.
Stuck in the middle of the middle.
Mm. And they made that work. They made that whole scene work beautifully.
Yeah. Because man, I really, really would have had liked to see Boji mom like really throw hands with the witch, man.
How? It wouldn't have made sense at that point because of how.
I don't know. Maybe she died and had to cross the lake. I would have liked to see that.
No.
Because she was ready, man. She was ready. She definitely was ready to throw hands.
And you beat her real quick.
She knew what she wanted. She knew she wanted her gone. She wasn't gonna go up to her head up. She got someone up. She wasn't gonna go up against her head up.
Man, that she didn't want them problems. Yeah,
of course not.
Yeah, you got to think though. King Boss didn't want those problems.
That's what made him want them. He actually did want them problems. Actually,
like he won. I think he won that fight, but barely.
He asserted his dominance. He found someone that could keep up.
It was close, but it wasn't that goddamn close.
Hey,
it was. As a matter of fact, it was close, but she definitely worked his ass.
Pop.
He couldn't keep up.
He didn't get that.
That's what made him wrong.
He didn't get that W easy, and he needed more than needed him.
He earned that one. He earned that one.
Think so?
Man, look, if Papa was a Rolling Stone inside this story, she would still be alive.
Yeah. And to go back to answer your question, who got the shortest end of the stick? I would say it was her. If she would have never got dragged into his mess, she would have been off living life.
But I mean,
that's another thing.
He told her what it was straight up.
Yeah. And that's
to be honest with him.
He told her from the get-go. It's like, look, I need strong kids. And I need you. I need your egg for my seed. And she was cool with that.
Hey.
Yeah, you're right. I ain't like how you said that, but it's right. That's perfect. You can't say it way.
You said you didn't like how I said that. It's the reality. It's real life conversations.
I understand, but kids watch this show too, bro.
I doubt it.
That's because kids watch this show.
I doubt it.
I'm just saying.
You're saying that they watch Ranking of Kings.
They watch Ranking of Kings and they watch this right here.
Oh, okay. In private, must be, because we're not there yet.
You're right. It's in private.
Anyways, before we get too far away. Now, I think the best part to me in this show was when Boji was on his way back to the castle, and basically all those people were walking and marching from the underworld, going to take over the castle. Which it's not the first time they gave you a sense of danger. But once you saw like certain people come from mainly just one, when you saw that person, it lets you know like, ooh, shit. You know what I mean? Like when you saw him, like you didn't even have to see him do anything else.
You just know.
Oaken is not to be fucked with. Just from that mask alone. From that mask alone. If you rocking a mask like that and you got hair like that, you're not to be fucked with, okay? Because that man is a whole different beast in the same animal.
I don't even think he talk no English.
Now, I don't even think he talks.
I don't think he talked that up. I think he just grunts and makes noise.
Yeah, it's like a.
That's it.
That's funny. I laugh at that. That was pretty funny to me.
But I don't know, man. I think Kage is my favorite character in the anime, though.
Ooh.
I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
You gotta explain. You gotta at least try to explain that one.
It's because like, he's serious most of the time, but it don't seem like he's serious. He's always in the right place at the right time. His development from start to the finish of this first season went from
episodes.
Yeah, from the start of the season to the end of the season. This man went from conning Boji to completely giving his life for this kid that he hasn't even known for a year yet.
That's some trust. I ain't gonna front.
All being a part of a clan, right? That's basically shadows. Witnessing and seeing his whole clan slaughtered and basically hiding in the shadows at the beginning, to being that dude that wants to be right there in the fight, risking his life.
He only risking his life for Boji. But that's what everybody said.
Though he is risking his life for Boji, he's really risking his life for that kingdom as well.
No, he ain't really care. They said it. They all said it.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing though. Boji's safe. Right? Boji's safe. We've accomplished that Boji is a bad mother.
Watch your mouth.
You know. Now I ain't talking about Shaft. But all the trouble in the kingdom is from what we see now is over. Did he really have to continue to go on these adventures and stuff? He could have, like, at the end of the day, he really, the same thing he did to Okran, he really could have just swallowed Boji and got up out of there.
He could. It'd have been easy.
Swallowed him and got up out of there. You know what I mean?
It's the writer's fault for not doing that.
Not the person that he tried to swallow, and you know.
It is what
that means it's more to it. Got to be more to it because that's how they wrote it.
It's for the kingdom. It was for the kingdom, man. Now this man, now Kage can slide around in the shadows, in the lights freely. You know, they actually let him buy fruit now.
It was for Boji. Nobody gave a care about the kingdom. They only did it for Boji and Boji's sake. If Boji ain't want it done, they wasn't going for it.
You know what? As good as that sounds, after everything was over and done with, King Bose admitted his defeat and he was done fighting. But guess who had to come back to life? That had nothing to do with Boji.
I give you that.
Man. He had to come back. Dida had to come back. Right?
Yeah.
Let the king go away with all his brute strength, who was possibly more than likely the best chance they had, seeing that Boji went on more adventures.
And then and then he gets the girl.
Who?
Dida.
I mean, did he really?
Dida ends it coming back to life and getting a girl, a wife in the process, fiance.
But did he really?
I don't think so.
He went off of the figure that he met inside of the imprisonment, because that's what I'm gonna call it. that he was in with this little girl that had no hands, right? That little girl is far gone and partially came back with her. I don't know how to say her name. Mary Joie. Okay, I'm not going to say that again. The purpose of him doing that was so that they don't kill her.
But he felt like he knew her because she was there from the beginning. She was there from his birth. So he basically felt like he knew the woman in the mirror. He felt like she was just misunderstood because he knew her from the beginning.
Really though, did he?
So hey, you try to make it make sense.
I'm trying to.
That's how they made it seem out because she was there because she gave him all the talking up, boosting his head up since she was there from the beginning.
But see, now that you say that, and they revealed the true reason she was in the mirror doing that was to bring back the king. Wasn't for him. They just had to boost him up to a certain point to where he lets them, but he didn't because he tried to fight it. He tried to get away. He wasn't that dude. He never was. He never was. To put the king inside of him.
That's why I said keyword. He felt like it.
That was her purpose. She manipulated him from the get-go. There was no cheering him on. There was no, there you go, buddy, chippery, and none of that. It was manipulation the whole time.
Well, I didn't say it was sincere. It wasn't sincere at all. Like I said, that's what she made him feel like. That's how she made him feel, and that's what he ran with, because that's all he know of her. Even after knowing the truth.
And that is his fault.
Oh, 100%.
Had it been me, she'd have been gone. She'd have been right there on her way across the river to meet Boji Mama.
But instead, he want to shack up with her.
Hey, man. That's why I said to him, had it been me, she'd have been on her way to Boji Mama and her mom.
You gotta go.
I had to catch some hands.
No. I thought it was the demon. The demon that got a hold of her.
Yeah, he tried.
Demon, I thought, the demon, and they had did something and got the demon away from her. So she wasn't even going to the mom of them. She wasn't going that way.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they got rid of the demon by making a wish or making a deal with the demon. If I'm not mistaken. Because she was supposed to be friends with that demon, but she, that was her deal, and she kind of backed out of that. So she was going to chill with the demon, but you got to think, she wasn't going to chill with him because she made the deal and she died. Nah, because Boss said he made a deal, but he fulfilled his end of the deal and he died. He was going up somehow. Don't know how he was going up, but he was going after making the deal with the demon. Okay. But the only reason he is because they were supposed to be friends forever. Like they were supposed to have been friends. She didn't hold her end of the deal. She left him and never went back to see him, anything, just left him alone. That's why he was taking her.
Yeah, she wasn't going up. She wasn't going with Boji Mom and them. She was finna get eaten out of existence.
And I say again, I don't understand how King Bose was going up. I don't understand that part.
Me either. I don't understand how none of them went up. Even the mama. I don't know. No. I lied. The mama safe. The mama safe. The mama is safe. But
her mom was good. Like she didn't try to she was trying to do good for all the people inside of the town.
Really?
Town, fucking village, EJ, do a goddamn matter.
Yes.
How so?
Because we gotta look at the time they was in, man. It's called a village.
I can call
a village.
Inside of the city, a town, whatever we live in right now, I can go have a regular conversation with somebody at the store, like, yeah, I'm about to go back to my village. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Boy, so you keep Africa, bro. I ain't lying.
I'm just saying, and it's the same thing, man. Like that's just like if Boji was to go back into town, Boji. And say when he was going back, go back to your loft. He got to go use the latrine. But none of that used, man. It's a goddamn town.
Yeah. That was fun. Though. I had to do that. I had to put that one in. It's gonna be back. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. Yeah.
Overall, though, man, like this. I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take for another season. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be good if they keep on the same track and elevate or however they do. It's gonna be a nice ride. If they, hopefully they don't fumble.
Is it that time to give your ranking of kings? Is it that time?
It's time to rank of the kings. It is time to rank of the kings. Antoine, what do you rank the king?
Oh, you want me to start it off?
Indeed.
I'm gonna rank it I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna give it a solid A, just because I liked how the first season went. It gives me a little bit of everything, and it got potential for a second season if need be. It can go on with the second season and be good. They just have to follow up that same energy they had with the first one, or they can leave it how it is, and it'll still be a good A.
The only thing that worries me is people, when they get shows that are good,
they want to mess it up.
Good storytelling and good character development, the audience seem to get real impatient, which causes the creators and to rush everything. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we get seasons that explain good explanations, or we can get a season where they try to deal with the rest of the kings in one season. You never know.
I gotta say this: creators of this ranking of kings.
See, it's not your turn.
Done yet.
It ain't your turn yet. Damn, see there?
I tell them to take their time with it, man. You know,
it's not your turn yet. It is not your turn. Time out.
All right. I understand.
Time out.
Here we go.
Now, just so everybody's prepared for this, I don't know who in the TV in the background, but so everybody is prepared now. Here's EJ. What is your ranking? As I suppose it's an A minus.
No, it's an A. I give it. I come back learning.
I didn't know we did plus or minus. I thought we did regular letters.
Well, that's why I said it's EJ.
Until something else, I'm learning from anime. Anime wise, I give it a solid ranking. It's an A, because it did it gave me a little bit of everything that I wanted in anime. I didn't expect the anime to be like that, for one. So when it did what it did, it kind of gave me by surprise. I said, you know what? I could put if they do as a season 2, I could probably put this in my top 10. I'll do that. I would really do that. But I want to see a second season and see how they keep going with that.
Why you giving that look, man?
And even though you say that, I like this show. I don't like your judgment. I don't believe in your judgment. And I still don't believe in your judgment.
You never did.
Why not?
No. What was the number one on your list of anime when we did this top 10? All right.
I say that proudly. Believe it or not, what he don't understand was Baca took me through some dark times in college. So that's my point.
And it was number one on your list.
On my list, yes.
Okay, now
I went through some dark times, bro. Don't judge me.
Ranking your Kings for me is going to be an A as well. So we all gave it the same ranking.
I'm proud of you, bro.
And I'm proud of you that you can actually give a solid fucking ranking for once.
This is fun.
So it's an A for me. You know, just like I was saying earlier, give you adventure, give you that sense of danger. It's good character development. They actually had good characters. I like the art style because it's something different.
Definitely different.
It was.
Yeah. And the character seemed overpowered, but he didn't seem overpowered at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. It was nice. It was good. It was a nice ride. And looking forward to season 2.
Allegedly.
Hey, man, grow up, man. Grow up.
I had to throw it in there.
I bet you did. So, it's like any other time, man. We appreciate all the love and support that everybody's giving. Stick with us. We got great things coming later on. And I'm Dom.
EJ, you know.
And this has been the Nerd Box. And until next time.
Charged up, feel it too, God flow, super dude, charged up, feel it too, God flow, super dude.